Hello, John from Peter Tyson. What do you get when two legendary hi-fi brands like Naim and Focal use their mighty partnership to create a wireless, connected, active pair of hi-fi loudspeakers? Well, you get the Focal Diva Utopia, only available in select Focal powered by Naim showrooms like us here at Peter Tyson. Let's just crack on, shall we? Diva Utopia are Focal's first ever wireless connected loudspeakers. No external equipment needed. The streamer, connectivity and amplification are all built in. Just connect to the network and away you go. Almost as easy as setting up the excellent Naim Mu-so audio systems. You can run them completely wirelessly if needed, so technically all you need is mains power. The primary and secondary speaker communicate directly with each other using ultra-wideband technology, allowing signal transmission with no losses or compression and with imperceptible latency, supporting audio of up to 96 kHz 24-bit resolution. As with anything, you just can't beat a physical cable connection. If you connect the primary and secondary speakers together using the supplied network cable, then you unlock the Diva Utopia's full potential with sample rates of up to 96 kHz 24-bit resolution, should your favourite music service support it. Talking of music services, Spotify and Tidal Connect, Qobuz and Internet Radio are all supported in the excellent Focal and Naim app, as well as Google Chromecast, Apple AirPlay 2 and UPnP. There is Bluetooth 5.3 if you must, but who's using Bluetooth on speakers of this calibre, really? Pause here if you'd like to see the list of supported audio formats. There are also physical connections on the rear of the primary speaker, HDMI eARC, Toslink optical, RCA and USB inputs mean that you can connect a TV, CD player or turntable and phono stage or whatever else you fancy should you want to. They are essentially a fully active three-way base reflex configuration with a 27mm or 1 5/8 inch pure Beryllium M-shaped inverted dome tweeter, one 6.5 inch or 16.5cm W driver for the mid-range and 4 of the same W drivers mounted to each side of the cabinet in a push-push configuration for truly impressive bass energy, ideal for rooms of up to 80 square meters. All of this is powered by proper Naim amplification. Let's face it, at the moment it's pretty hard to beat Class AB power in terms of sound quality, a particular strong point of Naim. There is no Class D to be found in Focal Diva Utopia. Each speaker packs 250 watts for the bass, 75 watts for the mid-range and treble, all housed in a super rigid, anti-vibration, high-density moulded polymer body with internal structural reinforcement, and a ground radiation base vent made from injected aluminium. Obviously, Class AB amps do run warmer than their Class D counterparts. This is often why Class D is used when cabinet space is at a premium. This, however, is not a problem for the Diva Utopia. The huge heatsink on the back is lifted straight from the mind-blowing Naim Statement amplifier. If you've not seen one before, I'll leave a link in the description down below. It's impressive to say the least. This keeps everything running cool and efficiently, even when the volume is cranked up. What does it all sound like? Well, it sounds as you want it to. Naim and Focal's approach seems to be that they're your speakers. You make them sound how you like. That brings me to the room correction. It's not a setup with a microphone. I suppose the logic is that a microphone is not listening to your music. You are. So you are the microphone in the setup process. We all perceive sound differently, so it kind of makes sense. You start by inputting a few measurements with a tape measure of where the speakers are placed in relation to walls, the listening position and each other. You're then presented with 2 test tones at various frequencies. Your job is to listen to them and adjust them so they are the same volume to your ears at your listening position. This aims to somewhat flatten out any horrific peaks and troughs that your room is so very rudely adding to the sound. At the end of the process, you can then decide just how much of the room correction is applied. Very little adds more room influence, and more takes it away and gives a more accurate hi-fi sound. I really like this. It's been implemented beautifully. Sometimes an overcorrected sound with a microphone can sound a little sterile and flat in some situations. This just strips the fun out of your music. Some people love the super analytical studio sound. Others find it a bit boring and uninspiring. With the Focal, you dial it into your taste, and no matter what you do, the underlying characteristics that make them sound like Naim and Focal still remain. In essence, it would take a really bad room and a particularly sloppy setup to make the Diva Utopia sound bad. Take the time to dial them in and they'll sound truly incredible. I personally love the design too. They have a sort of futuristic elegance to them. The replaceable side panels, that should become available in more colours by the way, are made from an environmentally friendly felt that's also used in high-end fashion, automotive interiors and interior design. They not only look cool, they have sound insulating qualities that further improve the speaker's performance. I like the exposed mid-range driver and the face that mimics the shape of a tuning fork, and the little details like the light up Focal logo that can be turned off if you prefer, and the subtle red detailing in the tweeter grille are excellent. What do you think of the design? Let me know in the comments down below. They certainly can't be accused of being dull. I love the sound too. You dial them in to how you will enjoy them, not how the manufacturer tells you how they should sound. The Beryllium tweeter is an interesting thing too. Beryllium is a very rigid metal, making it a fantastic material for tweeters. Its problem is, 1, it's around 50 times more expensive than gold, and 2, as an element, it's extremely toxic to humans. I'm not joking. This makes the tweeters hard and costly to manufacture. Once made into a solid unit, they are of course completely safe in your home. So just don't grind them up and inhale or eat your tweeters and you'll be absolutely fine. That's an odd message to have to put out there, isn't it? Set up well, you could genuinely be forgiven to thinking you are listening to a full separate box premium hi-fi system with all of the usual expensive cabling that goes with it. That's the beauty of this kind of system. No system matching needed. Beryllium tweeters in particular can be unforgiving of harsh electronics. Some people love the chase of partnering equipment up to find audio nirvana. If you don't want the hassle of auditioning many amplifiers and many sources that will sound best with your speakers, then the Diva Utopia might just be the perfect partner for you. The compromise for the massive convenience boost is that apart from software, the system can never be upgraded over time like a separate system can. Some people just won't care about an upgrade path. For others, it's an absolute deal breaker. If you're looking for premium, fuss-free audio, or maybe you're a hi-fi perfectionist and circumstances dictate that you need to downsize and simplify from big separate system with lots of boxes, give the Focal Diva Utopia an audition. I think you might just be surprised at what they can do. You'll see me in the next video. Take care.